Hi. Did you know there are 136 new home communities in Colorado Springs? I'm not sure what they all are, but today we're going to talk about the five most prominent and largest ones so you can get an idea of some of what Colorado Springs new home communities have to offer. And you know, every week we do another video about Colorado Springs. So please hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell so you're reminded. And then every week you'll know the latest about Colorado Springs. So we are going to talk about just five, and here's the map of where they are. Great, so starting from the north, we have Flying Horse, and then just below that is the farm. Down Highway 21, you get to Cordera and Wolf Ranch, and then Banning Lewis Ranch is the southernmost and easternmost of the five we'll talk about today. It's been around since the 80s in one form or another, although it's really only become a famous community in the last 20 years or so. This Highway 21 that they all follow, when it gets south into town, it's also known as Powers Boulevard. So you'll probably hear that quite a bit. This is the same road. So here's where Banning Lewis Ranch is. This is the first one we're going to take a look at. And you can see where it is from downtown Colorado Springs. Highway 21 will take you straight to the airport and Peterson Air Force Base as well. So here's the Vista Water Park of the Banning Lewis Ranch. Pretty nice setup. You can see the mountains in the background. You can with all these places, even though they're out on the east side of I-25. They've got good views of the mountains as a general rule. They have District 49 schools out there, and they've got several different ones. This is the elementary school. I taught elementary school in District 24, 15 years, and we never had anything that looked that cool. Here's their Banning Lewis Preparatory Academy, and here's the Banning Lewis Ranch Academy. This is a K-12 charter school. So we will take a tour here in just a second, but just so you know, I just checked, and right now, move-in ready homes are running from $394 to $471, and ones that are under construction are now running from $510 to $710. So that's the range. They do want you to know they've got 10 parks here in Banning Lewis Ranch, including a dog park and one park that has 8 pickleball courts for your dining and dancing pleasure. So here we're going to take a little tour down the street. Here we are in Banning Lewis Ranch, driving down one of the many streets they've got here, just to show you a little bit of the variety of homes here. Different buildings, different sizes, different neighborhoods. This is one that will give you an idea. Lots of front porches out there. I like that. There you go. So that'll give you an idea about what one of the neighborhoods, at least in Banning Lewis Ranch, looks like. So the next one we're going to look at is Wolf Ranch. It's just up Highway 21 from Banning Lewis Ranch, and we'll take a look at that one right now. So here's where Wolf Ranch is, right up where Powers Boulevard, Highway 21 curves to the northwest, and you can see where it is in relationship to downtown Colorado Springs and the airport. So this is the one we're going to be looking at next. Now there's the sign at Wolf Ranch. Wolf Ranch has a wide variety of homes for sale there, and they have townhomes that start in the upper 300s and houses that go well into the 600s. So we're looking at some of the first houses as you enter Wolf Ranch right here. The day that I went by, the pool was closed, which was too bad. It was a cloudy day, but the sign said it was something about COVID. They were not going to be open for a while. So that's too bad. They've got a nice looking pool that's covered and so on, but not a soul was out there that day. They have District 20 schools out there, which is a really good school district. And they've got this Center for Modern Living right in the middle of the community. And it's got a K-8 school, the elementary school they list there. And then it's got a high school. And it also has a homeschooling academy, which the Gazette has named the best homeschooling program in the city 4 years in a row. The next one we're going to look at is Cordera. It's just right up the road from Wolf Ranch, just slightly up to the northwest. And you can kind of get an idea again, this is where it's situated in town. They did have their pool open, even on a cloudy day. It sounded like summer out there. It was just really wonderful to see all these people out there, pretty well spaced out and enjoying a beautiful day. It was a warm day, even in spite of the clouds. And you can see Pikes Peak right in the middle of that white pole at the back. This is their community center. It's nearby. This is a fun place. This is a 13-acre park called Wild Rumpus Park. And we'll take a look at this. Here we are at Cordera's Wild Rumpus Park. So here's this little pocket park they've got here with a parking lot right next to it. Trails, walking trails, open space back there. Oh, fun looking structures over there too. And then up into the hillside, they've got trails going too. So pretty nice, Wild Rumpus Park. And some people back up to it. There you go. Here comes a new one right now. So this is Chinook Trails Middle School. Beautiful looking school, rather new, obviously, District 20 school. So they too are very proud of their school systems. They have homes out there right now from the mid 400s to the 900s. And here we'll take a little drive through it. We are looking at one of the neighborhoods in Cordera, obviously close to the mountains. The peak is hidden behind the oncoming rain clouds. We're going to just look at this street here and see what kind of houses are here, so you get an idea of Cordera. They run from, I think, like 400s to the 900s. So I'm not sure which area this is. Lots of variety. Well, lots of variety. Lots of angles. Pretty much just a cul-de-sac here. Pretty much got the streets yourselves. Yep, here's where we turn around. And that's where we're going to stop our tour of Cordera, and then we're ready to move on to the next one. So here we are looking at the farm. You can see it's right up I-25 from downtown and right across from the Air Force Academy. This is the easternmost of the communities we'll look at, and we'll see how close it is to the mountains and the Air Force Academy here in just a second. They do want you to know that they've got 9 little parks there. Those are the stars. 10 miles of trails. Those are the dots. And 130 acres of open space. So that's one of the things they're selling at the farm. And this is their view off to the west, over on the right side with all the green trees back there going up into the foothills. That is the Air Force Academy. So this is right kind of at the edge of the prairie here, looking into the foothills. This is their master plan for their community center. You can see right in the middle with the V-shaped building there, the community center with an outdoor patio, swimming pool right there, and it all borders Lake Ann. The beach down to the right is for fishing, and the one to the left is where you can launch your canoes or kayaks. So if you're into water sports, this might be one to look at. And doesn't that look nice? So this is taken right there on Lake Ann, or on one of the secluded parts of it with the mountains in the background. Quite beautiful. So we're saving the best for last, as I mentioned. This is the most luxurious and expensive place on the list. This is Flying Horse. And as you'll see, they do it right. You can just tell by the architecture and the sign and the professional photography that these guys are serious about making things look very nice for their guests. Even their roundabouts are pretty cool. Here's one with a leaping horse, some big houses in the mountain in the background. You can see Pikes Peak above the house and the white roof on the far left. So this is driving into Flying Horse. If you're into golf, this would be one you definitely have to look at. This is a Tom Weiskopf 18-hole golf course, and not too shabby on the views. This is looking northwest. This is looking south. Some people live right on the golf course, obviously. So that's a big draw at Flying Horse. Here's the clubhouse, not too shabby. Place to pick up your cart. Then we'll take a little tour through here as well. This will wrap things up. This is a slow drive down a cul-de-sac in Flying Horse. Just kind of give you an idea of one of the neighborhoods up here. You can see what they're made of, how big the garages are, how big the houses are. And most of them have a real good view of the mountains behind them. Maybe you can see that in between. This is Flying Horse. And I cleverly cut myself off there as we just got a view of Pikes Peak behind the houses at Flying Horse. So I hope you enjoyed the tour. I've got some other things to tempt you with, other videos that you can take a look at, and another chance to subscribe. And we're always looking for people to give us a call or a text or an email. We love to help people. We have so many people moving Colorado Springs. So give me a call and text or email. We'll look forward to answering your questions. Have a good one.